Corey, are the adults leaving the company? That's what it seems like to me.
Yeah, when you have a founder who's in his early 20s still, it sort of adds to that narrative. Well, look, I mean, you're supposed to take a picture and it disappears. Maybe the executives' careers disappear just as rapidly. I think that, startups are hard, and founder-run startups are sort of harder and easier in some ways because they have a very clear notion of what they want the company to be like. And so I think what's happening that's different now is that these companies so early in their existence are getting so much attention and indeed are launching into such scale. And then, of course, you have these such high valuations for companies that are barely out of the gate. Maybe that's why we're seeing some of the ugliness that goes with startups that we might not have otherwise paid attention to.
Yeah, it's interesting because, Emily White was building the sales ad business, and that's still in its really early stages. Alex, is anyone talking about this on the ground at South by Southwest, sort of the management shakeup in some of these huge startups?
It's always going to be a key factor to pay attention to, and especially with Snapchat, what they're building in their ad platform is very different than what you see. They have this whole Discover thing. It's not pre-roll. It's not showing up before videos, and they're trying to bring in customers in a different way. So, it is super important. You're always going to be paying attention, and of course, we're buzzing out here in Austin in the South by Southwest team. But, I will play devil's advocate and say, yes, Spiegel might be the young founder who's known for birthing this company as he's sending, misogynistic emails to his fraternity brothers. But he's been in the game for a while now. He's turned down some big offers from the likes of Facebook. And, maybe it is time that he starts to kind of take over more control and lay his own footprint rather than bringing in some of the outsiders.
Is the $15 billion valuation on the floor being chatted about, Alex?
It's always been chatted about. I just saw the CEO of Lyft chatting here, and valuation is always on the table. But, that is a particularly rich one, especially with Alibaba, which has become so much more active in the U.S. market as well. It's really been a justification for this company that still doesn't make any money on the top line.
All right, and Corey, does this at all speak to, say, non-traditional models that, sure, I mean, Snapchat wants to be a real professional company, but they want to do it differently?
Yeah. Pre-revenue seems ridiculous. What I'll say is that we know people are messaging more than ever, and they're running away from text messaging, and that's why everyone's excited about this company, or at least some people are excited, even though it doesn't have any revenue. It's the most basic thing ever.